Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Health Chats presented by Fountain Valley Fit Body Bootcamp. I'm Xenia Joyner, and today we are chatting with President of the Fountain Valley School District Board of Trustees, Sandra Crandall. Hi Sandra, how's it going?
It's going well, Xenia. It's so much fun to be here.
Thank you for having us in your beautiful home today.
You're very welcome.
We're going to chat a little bit about what you do and what's going on in Fountain Valley and how it relates to our community.
Excellent.
Okay. So can you please tell us your background and how you came to serve on the Board of Trustees?
I had the joy of working in the school district as an elementary school teacher for 39 years. When I retired, 1 year later, I put my hat in the ring to run for election for the school board, and the community rewarded me with a yes vote, and I've been serving since 2010.
Wow. So you're going in your 7th term or 8th term?
I'm finishing my 7th year, but they're 4-year terms.
So two terms. Two terms. Perfect. So what do you love most about your role in the school district?
Well, as you can well imagine, as a trustee, we do set a lot of policy and make sure that that is carried out day by day by our superintendent and our 3 assistant superintendents, and then, of course, the principals and the teachers. And policy making is interesting, but to see it implemented is what's really exciting. So as the trustees tour the schools and actually see our programs and initiatives and children working hard and teachers delivering high quality instruction, that is the portion of my role that I totally enjoy the most.
Perfect. That sounds like an exciting job that you have there. So let's talk about something that most people do not like to talk about or enjoy talking about is child obesity. It's a major problem, but what do you think is the major cause?
Yes, we do see child obesity, and we even see it in our Fountain Valley schools. And basically, it's a matter of choices. It starts in the home with excellent food choices that sometimes parents do not make on their behalf or on their children's behalf. Also, in today's world, with so many things happening on screens, whether it's television or computers or video, children are not quite as active as they used to be. So the obesity rate has really doubled in about the last 10 years, and also about 1/3 of all children are in that obese category. And we know that if they start out as obese children, they have a very difficult time overcoming that, usually end up being obese adults, and of course the ramifications of that are health problems.
Right. So what are some of the school programs that help to promote healthy living?
Well, first of all, we have a compliance issue where we have to have 200 minutes every 10 days of physical education. And we do that through our physical education teachers at the middle schools, and then we rely on our regular classroom teachers for our elementary schools. We have also the use of a lot of very intuitive video programs, believe it or not, that put movement with content area. So you can see children in our elementary schools up and dancing and clapping and moving about as they're learning about syllables in reading, for example. We're also very conscious of our website, and we do have a food services department, and our food services department has a lot of handy tips on our website for parents and for children, including recipes that are healthy for children. We also have newsletters that are food related and activities related. We also offer up our fields to the city of Fountain Valley so that after school sports for youth can take place.
Okay. That sounds like a lot, and that's great for the Fountain Valley community. So how do we educate our parents and teachers to promote healthy living? You kind of touched bases on that, but I think I'm more interested about and parents. How do we reach out to the parents to promote it once the children leave the schools?
Well, we do nutritional training in our schools. It usually falls under the science area. We do have school nurses that come and do vision and hearing screening. And when they have time, they are able to deliver some nutrition lessons also. So believe it or not, sometimes this has to bubble up from the children in establishing good choices that they make. We also have a tobacco and drug prevention program, which is part of a healthy lifestyle, not getting involved in all of that. We do have parent nights where we invite our parents in to learn about healthy lifestyle choices for their children.
So outside of the healthy living and the food and educating the children on campus, there is something that was a big deal in the Fountain Valley community, which was Measure O. And that also plays a big role in keeping the kids healthy as well. So can you touch bases on what Measure O is and how it really played a role in the future, near future, of our children's health in the school district?
Yes, our school district has been around since 1898, but the largest growth came in the 1960s when all this vacant land was built up. And we at one time had 20 schools that were built. When those schools were built, for whatever reason, our climate was much more temperate and mild. None of our schools have air conditioning in them. And for whatever reason, the climate is getting warmer. We have more digital devices in our classrooms, so those classrooms are getting hotter. So what this board did was we gave the community an opportunity to vote on whether or not they would like us to put air conditioning into the schools. And with a 64.2% favorable vote, they said, please go ahead, float some bonds, and let us help pay for air conditioning in the schools. Now, that also ties in with air quality, because we have to now there are guidelines where there have to be so many air passage flows to kind of not necessarily purify the air, but clean the air in a better way. We also know that a temperature of about 72 degrees in the classroom is far more conducive for learning. So improved test scores, just a more comfortable environment will be had, and it looks like we'll be able within the next year to begin our first actual construction on a school or two to start the process going to put air in our schools.
Okay, perfect. I know that you and we spoke at a luncheon about how children were being sent home because they were getting too sick or exhausted from the heat over the summer. And I'm just so happy to hear that Measure O passed, because that really is going to help with the students' well-being and so that they can focus, right?
Yes, that hot summer weather that you spoke about in summer typically carries over, sometimes through even early November. So making sure the children are hydrated, that they stay cool in the classrooms where there is currently not air conditioning was a very, very challenging thing to do. And yes, we did have children who would throw up because they were nauseating, and we did have to send children home at times. And it was not a very pretty picture, but we're hoping that we can solve that problem in the very near future.
Perfect. So is there anything else you would like to add for the viewers watching or listening?
I would just say, no matter where you are in your life, make excellent food choices, make excellent lifestyle choices, and keep moving, because the ability to be active is very important with your body in getting it to function right all of one's life. And of course, also sleep the proper amount, because that's when cells regenerate themselves.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for your time, and we'll chat with you soon. Thank you for tuning in. This was Health Chats presented by Fountain Valley Fit Body Bootcamp with Senya Joyner and Sandra Crandall. We'll see you next time.